You're listening to Talksport's coverage of Brentford versus Bournemouth here from the G-Tech Brentford Community Stadium. I'm your host Andrew Self, and this is Premier League Live. Well, Brentford are in their third season. 13th first season, 9th second season. Before this campaign, they were unbeaten in 3. But with 2 draws in those 3 matches, it has to be said. A fine 3-0 win at Marco Silva's Fulham is a good result. But it's now about dealing with Bournemouth in a game where the expectation from the terraces is bigger than usual. Tony-less, Thomas Frank's side remain a difficult proposition for many Premier League sides. And a win today could see them beaten in their first 4 games for the first time since 09-10. And Brentford at home have lost 3 in 26 Premier League games, winning 13 and drawing 10. And Donny Iraola's side wouldn't be too upset, I think, if Brentford remained unbeaten this term, if his side can gain a draw today. Iraola's side beat Swansea in the EFL Cup in midweek, and they'll be hoping this will kickstart their 23-24 campaign. A draw at home to the Irons, followed by defeats to Liverpool and Spurs, means in terms of historical Premier League records, Brentford should be an easier day out. But I'm not so sure. With only 7 wins in 36 Premier League away games for the Cherries, I think most would snatch a point out of anyone's hands if they were offered it right now. Brentford's success should be a blueprint for Bournemouth and many other clubs with aspirations of top-flight football, selling many stars for millions whilst more than holding their own. Wasn't it about a year ago Brentford thumped Manchester United here 4-0? Well, I think it was. Head-to-head, these two overall have met 104 times in the league, with Brentford winning 38 to Bournemouth's 35 with 31 draws. But on Brentford territory, it's 24 Brentford wins to Bournemouth 9s with 19 draws. Back in January 23, it was a 2-0 win for Brentford. Brentford are unbeaten in the last 5 versus Bournemouth, as the two sides make their way out to West London into the G-Tech Community Stadium here. And it is the change kit for Bournemouth today. Yellow and black half shirts, black shorts and yellow socks for Bournemouth. And of course Brentford in their traditional red and white striped shirts, black shorts and socks that look very nice indeed in the sunshine. Black with red tops. And Donny Iraola's side and Thomas Frank's side getting ready to go through the respective pre-match surprises. Here we go, let's look at the side. In goal is Mark Flecken. For Bournemouth, they have a back 4 from right to left of Aaron Hickey, Ben Mee, and then it's Ethan Pinnock and Rico Henry at left back. 3 across the middle of the park, well, they will be as follows: Matthias Jensen, Christian Norgard and Vitaly Janelt. Don't forget Ben Mee is in for Collins, who drops to the bench. And up front, these 3 will be fairly fluid, but it's Brian Mbuemo, Johan Visser and Kevin Schade across the front 3. Their bench today comprises of the followings: Strakowska is your goalkeeper, Oras Onyeka Ayer, Collins, Lewis Potter, Roeslav, Yarmoluchuk and Olakibi. For Andoni Iraola's side, in goal it is Neto. In behind the back 4, the captain, the Brazilian, quite a character has to be said. Their back 4 from right to left. Former Norwich man is Max Aarons, Ilya Zabani, Marcus Senesi and Milos Kharkev as the fullbacks. That's from right to left. Lewis Cook and Philip Billing will be holding in the middle of the park, while it's Antoine Semenyo, Ryan Christie, Justin Kluivert, and up front through the centre, Dominic Solanke. Looking at their bench, they've got their reserve keeper Radu. Then they have Mepham, Brooks, Rothwell, Smith, Tavernier, Moore, Traore and Kilkenny. There is another team on the field of play today, and that is the referee and officials. Robert Madley is the referee, assisted by Mark Perry and Stephen Meredith. Board man and 4th official is Robert Jones. And monitor man, or VAR, is Paul Tierney, who was in charge of the game last night between Luton and West Ham United. Well, the sun kisses the pitch down in front of me at the G-Tech Brentford Community Stadium, and the two sides going through their pre-match rituals. And it looks as though we may be having a minute's silence here today, as the two sides seem to gather around the centre circle for the toss of the coin. They are going to swap sides. So if you've ever seen televisual pictures from the G-Tech Brentford Community Stadium, I sit from the camera vantage point just above the technical areas down beneath the feet here. Camera vantage point on the halfway line, and currently Bournemouth will defend the goal away to the left, and Brentford will defend the goal away to the right. Interesting start to the game looming. You fancy this is all the way a Brentford victory, but with Neil Maupay, the former Brentford man, in the crowd today, it is Brentford with a kick-off, and it's laid back to Ethan Pinnock midway inside his own half. Little touch there allows Mark Flecken to knock it long up towards Schade, who wins the header, but as it grazes off his bonds, it's quite easy for Max Aarons to let it run out of play behind him away to my left hand side for a goal kick to Bournemouth. And now the interested spectators seem to pick it up. Remember, Neil Maupay originally started at Brentford all those years ago. Has now travelled around Brighton and is currently with Everton. Ball goes long. Easy header away by Norgard. Centre circle, Bournemouth side, which is to the left of the halfway line. A little give and go. Lewis Cook up to Solanke. Solanke out now to Kluivert. Kluivert, the overlap is there, but he's tracked back by Nguemo. Kerkev lays it back to the halfway line. Senesi exchanges passes with Zabani. Again, played down that far side. Kluivert gets it up towards the edge of the Brentford penalty area. The underlap comes in, ball right across the face, and the first save of the game, or gather of the game, I should say, comes from Mark Flecken in the Brentford goal away to my right hand side. Bournemouth very quickly in there. A little bit of a mistake, one would say, from Hickey, who got himself tucked in. And when the cross came in, just a little flick off the toes and in towards the hands of Mark Flecken. He plays it out along the ground to the right hand side. At the goal away to my right to Ben Mee. The Burnley shot stopper gives it back to Flecken, who is definitely the Brentford shot stopper. At Selfie 86 at Talksport Live. Ball up to the edge of the 18-yard box away to my right. Played out there to Pinnock. Pinnock further out to Hickey. Hickey's faced up by two. Has to go back to Pinnock. Pinnock goes back wide of Flecken's goal on the right-hand side away to my right, and he thumps it along up towards the halfway line. Headed on by Nguemo. Senesi plays it short, and on the far side Milos Kerkez goes back to the keeper Neto. Neto with a touch inside the 6-yard box away to my left, thumps it to the halfway line. Henry heads the ball down, gets it forward to Schade. Schade tries to play it back, deflection out of play off of Antoine Semenyo. Free kick had been given. Kevin Schade a little too physical as he run across the back there of Max Aarons, who hit the deck. Free kick to Bournemouth 3 minutes in. At Selfie 86 at Talksport Live. Lovely to have you along. See what you're doing this afternoon if you are a Brentford fan and can't believe their life in the top flight is so good. And if you're a Bournemouth fan hoping to retain that possession. Could have been an interesting dogfight, you fancy, from anywhere from 10th down in the Premier League this year. Long ball forward, halfway line, picked up by Cook. Cook gets it back on the far side to Kerkev. Lifted into Senesi. Senesi up to the chest there. Nice little turn here by Kluivert. Kluivert with the lay off to Billing. Billing midway inside the Brentford half. Out to Max Aarons, the right back. Little drag back. 30 yards from the goal of Brentford away to my right. Clip ball in by Billing. Clears everybody. The target was Solanke, and that goes all harmlessly wide of Mark Flecken's right-hand post, and the goal away to my right for a goal kick to Brentford. Interesting times, interesting faces. Transfer window shut, firmly closed at 11 o'clock, but there are many ways, I should say, in England to skin a cat. So players can drop out of contracts and make themselves free agents if the required things are sorted out. So don't hold your breath, and don't forget Saudi Arabia is still open for another 7 days. Hey, I'm available. Free kick to Brentford after a foul by Max Aarons under Kevin Schade. And this is a good 45 yards away from the goal of Bournemouth, away to my left-hand side. Jensen stands over it with Mbeumo. They deliver it up to the edge of the 18-yard box, away to my left-hand side as I face the pitch, which is the Bournemouth goal. They're holding the line just about on the top, on the front edge of the D of their own penalty area. Mbeumo to deliver, rakes it from left to right. Clears everybody. Me at the back post, stabs it back into the box. Easy header away this time by Senesi, or is it Philip Billing? It's Philip Billing. And finally the ball is cleared. Ben Mee now. Kerkev with him. Ben Mee tied against the touchline on the far side. In the end, the ball is played off the legs of Ben Mee, who turns around and looks at Mark Perry on the far side and said, "Are you sure?" But Milos Kerkev was the man that won that throw for Bournemouth. And I have to say, I'm quite impressed with the Bournemouth second strip. I think it's very nice. There we are, a little bit of fashion words from me. Jensen, middle of the park for Brentford, clips it, looking for the run of Mbeumo, headed away by Kerkev, who seems to be the only name that I'm saying early on in this game. Throw to Brentford, taken quickly. Hickey to Mbeumo, back it goes to Jensen. Jensen hasn't got a lot of options, has to turn inside. Plays it back to Pinnock. Pinnock reverses it back out to his right to Jensen. Jensen drills across in right to left. It's a deep one. Neto comes out, takes a touch. Schade gets back and gets him. There's a free kick given just outside the penalty area by Neto. He patted the ball down over on the right hand side of his penalty area, and as it bounced and he went to drill it up the field of play, standing across him was Schade to block it, and he got kicked up in the air. It's a free kick to Brentford. Neto come a long way, palmed it outside his penalty area from his 6-yard box, and as he went to kick it up, body was across the ball by Schade, and Neto gave him a big right foot into the back of his left Achilles, and it's a free kick to Brentford, about 6 yards away from the dead ball line. Goal away to my left-hand side, under threat here. Neto, the Brazilian keeper and captain of Bournemouth, is the man that's created this free kick, and Mbeumo and Jensen stand over it. It's about half a yard outside Neto's right-hand side of his penalty area, away to my left. Bournemouth would like to get this away, and Brentford would like to profit from such a position. And Mbeumo and Jensen, they both step back. Who's going to take it? Your guess is as good as mine. Jensen into the goal, and Mbeumo away. Jensen in under the crossbar. What a save! Has it gone behind the line? No, the little wristwatch didn't say it was a goal. Good save that was from Neto. That's a cheeky effort there from Jensen. Oh, no, he's got the shout. It's got in. How bizarre is that? The goal was not signalled to start with by the little wristwatch that they wear. And then the ball's played away, and Bobby Madley, about 4 or 5 seconds after the incident, says it's a goal. And he's just gone over to have a little look at his watch, just get it changed. Maybe Bobby Madley's got a watch off the market, because that didn't work when the free kick went in first. But it's Jensen that has scored direct from a free kick here for Brentford, although Bobby Madley has changed his watch now. I'm getting to see a replay, lovely in these Premier League places. Yeah, well in. I know all the way along. It was a cheeky effort by Jensen on the angle, 6 yards out, just outside the penalty area, but that's so far over the line. Mr. Madley and the linesman on the far side who didn't see it. Good grief. Shocking. Maybe keep up with play, mate. That's the easiest thing, but it is a goal. Either way, no matter what I say. How much protestations your commentator said. Thomas Frank's side take the lead through a free kick by Jensen. But when you look back at it, you do wonder. Sometimes, I don't want to say anything to the officials, forget technology. It's like being, ultimately, it's like having your phone go wrong on you, you're a bit lost. But that was in. Use your peelers, use your mince pies. That was in the back of the net. Job done. Selfie's going to calm down. That's Selfie 86 at Talksport Live. Jensen has put Brentford a goal to the good. There we go. Oh, it's all going so very, very well for Brentford at home. Thumped long this time by Flecken. Headed on by Sharda. Coming across to put the ball out on this near side is Zabani. It's blocked by Jensen and comes on a double ricochet. And Aarons will take the throw for Bournemouth midway inside his own half. Throws down the line. Nicely into the chest there of Solanke. Tried to run inside of Ben Mee. And a free kick is given by Bobby Madley. Ball goes forward, looking for the run of Sharda. And out of play on the far side. Still a little bit perplexed. It looked like a cheeky effort, the goal. All Neto's own fault. Goal inside 10 minutes here for Brentford. Bournemouth pick ball up. Senesi comes out, plays it on the far side. Kirkiev back to Senesi, who's under pressure from Visser. Clips it up towards the halfway line. Hickey plays it forward to the edge of the Bournemouth box. Comes out. Shot's going to be dribbled in this time by Yenel. What a block that is by Lewis Cook. Yenel had a real chance to thump that in from the edge of the box. It's a lively game, and it's just what was required really for this game, to have an early goal. Bournemouth fans will say not that way, and I concur with them. That wouldn't be the way I'd like it if I was a Bournemouth fan, but what I would say is it just means that the game is going to be a little bit more livelier than we anticipated. Throw to Bournemouth. They attack the goal away to my right hand side in this first half. That's Selfie 86 at Talksport Live if you're interested. Throw back to the halfway line. Senesi with a crossfield ball. Easily cut out on the far side by Hickey. Hickey to Mbeumo. Mbeumo far side of the pitch. Brentford's right hand side. Mbeumo twisting and turning. Plays it back to Hickey. 6 yards inside the half of Bournemouth. Back to Norgard. Down to Mbeumo. Tries to turn it around the corner. Looking for the run of Yenel. But it goes out of play. It's going to be a throw to Bournemouth now. Midway inside their own half. Down their left hand side. Milos Kerkiev will be the man that takes this throw. Bobby Madley, new watch on his arm. Just saying to the Bournemouth fullback, Milos Kerkiev, but he needs to go back a little further. 1-0 Brentford. Thrown up to the line. Helped on by Bournemouth's player, but Solanke can't keep it in on the halfway line. It's going to be a throw to Brentford now on the halfway line. Brentford attack the goal away to my left as I face the pitch. Bournemouth attack the goal away to my right as I face the pitch. And Bobby Madley runs up and down the middle as I face the pitch. Throw on the far side. Hickey has the ball in his hands. He's going to look down the line. Watery sunset, really. Watery sunshine, I should say. Thrown into Visser. Visser gets a strong shove in the back by Kluivert. Ball goes out of play off Visser, and now it's a throw to Brentford. Well, linesman on the far side says no. There was a little touch on that, so it's going to be a throw to Bournemouth. They take it quickly, but they give the ball away on the halfway line. Not good, I have to say, at the moment. Brentford leading by a goal to 0. Scored on 7 by Jensen from a free kick. Ball is back in the Brentford penalty area with Mark Flecken, who takes it into the D and then thumps it long. Sharda helps it on. Visser runs beyond, but coming across, Marcus Senesi watches Zabani try and clear it. But Bournemouth look a little uncomfortable at the back. Wonder where this was. Jensen with the throw, 12 yards away from the dead ball line of Bournemouth, away to my left hand side. Jensen's about to wind this one up and launch it into the penalty area. Here comes the throw. It's a decent one in, headed away at the front post. Brentford pick up the loose ball again. Rico Henry infield. Hickey stands the ball up looking for Ben Mee, but that'll be allowed to run out of play. Good bit of work there by Milos Kerkev just let the ball run across his body, but realised that Hickey had overhit the cross in. Brentford buoyed by that early goal. Scored direct from a free kick. Looked to have been saved by Neto. Neto had actually given away the free kick that led to the goal. A cheeky effort by Matthias Jensen on 7 minutes. Looked to have been poured out. The referee did not signal a goal. His watch didn't say it crossed the line. 10 seconds later was told it was a goal, gave a goal, then changed his watch. Fair play. Max Aarons throws over the halfway line. Easy header by Rico Henry, helped on by Jensen. Schade gets it down. Aarons attests the ball. This time on this near side, it is Antoine Semenyo that tries to go forward. Ball out of play, right in front of the technical areas, down beneath the camera vantage point here. Aarons throws forward. Solanke twisting and turning. Tries to find a yellow and black shirt, but he can't. It's just not forward by Christian Norgard. Ilya Zabani puts the ball out of play on this near side throw to Brentford. Jensen throws it in very quickly, straight into the feet of Henry. Henry back to Visser. Visser down by the corner here, but it's going to be an offside flag. Brentford look eager to find a second. Now getting a replay, right? It's got to be daylight. There's a ball, certainly a ball over the line. It's a full ball circumference or width over the line. And he looked, he's watched it at Bobby Madley. Then he looked again, looked over to the touchline, and then blows for a goal and realises that his watch is US. Yes. Philip Billing sort of asked what's going on. He said, is that a nice watch or a good watch or a poor watch or a cheap watch? Cheap was the answer. Antoine Semenyo just on the halfway line for Bournemouth tries to slip inside of Rico Henry, blocked. Ball breaks on this near side to Ryan Christie to take the throw. Andoni Iraola works across. That's the man. They're just showing us a picture of the man on the far side. He really should have been in line with that ball, but he was a bit behind the play. Henry to Pinnock. Pinnock on the edge of his own penalty area, rolls it back to his keeper Mark Flecken. Flecken inside his 6-yard box, away to my right hand side. Now sort of starts moving the ball up towards his penalty spot of his penalty area, away to my right, here at the GTEC Brentford Community Stadium. Nobody's coming towards him from Bournemouth, and Flecken's just standing there with the ball at his feet. Rolls it between two Bournemouth players to Norgard. Norgard picks up a pass and gives it to Visser. Visser goes back to Jensen. Jensen back to Flecken. Flecken back out this time to Jensen. Jensen to Hickey. Hickey shows too much. In comes a challenge by Kluivert. Hickey wins a loose ball and goes back to Pinnock. Pinnock into his penalty area down by the dead ball line wide of Flecken's right hand post, and he shovels it up to the halfway line where Aguemo is battling hard. Ball is loose. Brentford win up the loose ball as well there. Norgard finds Visser. Visser plays it far side of Aguemo. Chance to drive towards the Bournemouth penalty area. Little underlap comes from Jensen. Little backheel. Good defensive work by Kerkev. And this time coming away with the ball on the far side. Senesi plays it up to the halfway line. Pinnock bumped out of the way by Solanke. Solanke all his own work, trying to take on Pinnock and Ben Mee. Solanke onto his right foot, wide of the angle, tried to didn't get in between the two converging centre halves, and it was blocked by Brentford inside their own penalty area. Ooh, it's lively. It's lively if you're joining me on your red button or wherever you find the sort of spurious other commentaries. But I tell you what, you got the best commentary for the game here. There's loads of them out there for the Brentford game, but I am at the tops. At Selfie 86 at Talksport Live. Crossfield pass goes through, run for Schade. Easy tracked off on this near side by Aarons. Out comes Neto and bowls it out over onto Antoine Semenyo. He's inside the centre circle on the Bournemouth side. Plays it to the top of the pitch to Kerkev. Kerkev feeds it further out this time to Justin Kluivert. Kluivert cuts in on his right boot. Lovely reverse ball in. That's a terrific ball. Finds Christie. Christie steps away from one, steps away from two. Can he finish it? Oh, he got... Solanke got it his own way. How can Ryan Christie beat three Brentford players inside the penalty area, only to be faced with his own player and he couldn't beat him? Well, that's exactly the question his manager asked. Dominic Solanke, well, ruined a Ryan Christie mazy run, which would have been absolutely outstanding. He took the ball in, went past Pinnock, stepped away from Norgard, across Ben Mee, and there's Solanke to halt him in his tracks. Brentford live dangerously. Christie will want to know what's going on. Bournemouth get the ball inside the Brentford half. Christie 6 yards outside the 18-yard box of Brentford, away to my right. Kluivert trying to take on his man. Hickey stands his ground. Double up, and Waymo inside his own penalty area, feeds it up, cuts inside one player, tries to get away from the second. Bournemouth win it back. Tenacious work now. Ryan Christie, can he whip the ball in? He can, looking for Solanke. Little bit of a deflection. Flecken keeps it in and stops it going for the first corner of the match. Solanke drives out to that far touchline on the far side. Wow, it's all happening here at Brentford. Kekiev takes over. Plays it back now to Cook. Cook square, this time to Kabani. Kabani lip of the centre circle, back to Senesi. Senesi out on the far side to Cook again. Cook inside to Billing. Billing turns into the feet of the man that's come short. Solanke plays it on. Good turn. Chance again. Shot comes in. Another shot comes in by Semenyo. It's ricocheting everywhere inside that Brentford penalty area. All of a sudden they've gone ragged. And in the end, Bobby Madley will take away some pressure off the Brentford rear guard as Hickey is upended by Justin Kluivert. Bournemouth suddenly up the tempo, and a regulation side in Brentford, Premier League stalwarts now for their third season, were rattled. At Talksport Live at Selfie 86. Bruce Chalk, look at that, on a trail run round Tucson every Saturday. Looks like my back garden. That's the picture that's coming. Don't forget on Twitter or X you can follow us at Talksport Live at Selfie 86. What a game of football we are having at the moment here. Flecken lifts the ball up towards the halfway line. Brentford defend the goal away to my right, laid off by Mbuemo, back to Hickey. Hickey the right back to Pinnock. Pinnock into Jensen, the goal scorer. 12 yards outside his own penalty area. Manages to spin away from Billing, up to Visser. Visser back to Norgard. Norgard to Jensen, back to Jensen to Norgard. Clipped over the top looking for Schade. Schade on the run through. Can he get there? He can do. That is hit the post. What a great effort that was by Kevin Schade. Got the better of Max Arons as the ball bounced on the edge of the 18-yard box. Caught it on the half volley on the rise. It went down past Neto and hit Neto's left post and came out. Could have been two. Still one though. Great ball over the top. Arons couldn't deal with it. Schade got the better of him. Got the better of Neto as well with a shot. And Bournemouth breathe a huge sigh of relief there. In fairness, can't take it away. I've just seen the reverse angle from behind the goal. It's a Neto left foot that's deflected it onto the post. That Neto, man, he's been involved in everything today. Still 1-0 to Brentford, scored on 7 minutes, direct free kick corner. First one, Jensen plays it into the Bournemouth box, out to the edge of the box. Henry can't get the ball down. Oh, I'm loving this. Henry cuts in field. Hickey now over onto his left foot, square for Mbuemo. Mbuemo chips it in. Neto should catch above his head, and that will just allow me to put down the fact that the first corner has been done by Brentford inside the 21st minute. I have to write these things down, you know. Pinnock on the ball, dwells somewhat midway inside his own half, plays it out to his right to Hickey. Hickey back to Pinnock. Pinnock will go all the way back to Mark Flecken in goal, away to my right. Stops it, allows the run of the man into him, and plays it past Solanke to Ben Mee. Ben Mee playing left centre half for Brentford. 18 yards shy of the halfway line, goes for a straight ball, looking for Schade to run in behind Max Arons. Arons, the former Norwich City man, gets his body across the ball, wins it back down by his own dead ball line. Comes forward, tries to play it forward, but allows himself to be blocked by Vitaly Anelt. You heard the collision of the football with boot, and it went away for a throw to Brentford on this, not Brentford, Bournemouth on this near side, which Max Arons will take. Into Billing, back to Arons. Arons with a crossfield pass, and Milos Kekiev has to scurry out to that far touchline before playing it back into his own penalty area, where Senesi turns it back to Neto. Neto, straight ball along the floor, 30 yards out to the feet of Billing. Billing to Senesi, almost sold him short. Clearance is won by Mee to Schade. Schade plays it into the feet of Mbuemo. Visser, across the face, real chance here for Hino. Gets there before Neto, can't keep it in play. Bournemouth almost causing their own downfall at times here. They really are not dealing with any threat into their penalty area. And in the end, Yanalt couldn't control it as he ran away from goal under pressure from Neto as the ball fell to his feet inside the 6-yard box. Goal kick, Bournemouth out on the near side. Antoine Semenyo. Solanke tries to hold the ball up. Touch tight, very tight. Ben Mee lets him spin and then clears it away from him. 6 yards inside the half of Brentford. Throw Max Aarons, 8 yards inside the half of Brentford. Bournemouth attack the goal order my right in this first half. 25 on the clock. Brentford 1, Bournemouth 0. Goal on 7 minutes. Matthias Jensen direct from a free kick. Aarons gets the ball down from Billings, gets upended this time by Schade. Free kick to Bournemouth. Bit of distance here, but Brentford will have to be at least on the edge of their own 18, you feel, for this free kick from Bournemouth. Lewis Cook stands over it. Ryan Christie stands there as well. Penalty spot, centre spot, favourite saying a selfie here. Flecken looks out from the goal away to my right, and this is about 10 to the hour. Lewis Cook clips it in towards the penalty spot, hits the head of Schade, goes up in the air. First onto it, Rico Henry, out jumped by Christie. The header falls to the feet of Antoine Semenyo. Antoine Semenyo got 2 for company. He's going to have to do well to get something out of this. Manages to turn it in field. Schade's back there. Lovely bit of work this time by Bournemouth to win it back, and in the end has that ball gone away for a goal kick or a corner? The answer is quite simply Schade did enough to see the ball out of play before touching it, and it's going to be a goal kick to Brentford away to my right hand side. That's Selfie 86 at Talksport Live if you want to get in touch with us today. What a first half we're having. Freedom football. Thomas Frank's side managed to get their noses in front after 7 minutes. Direct free kick. Scored, of course, by Matthias Jensen. Long ball forward this time by Flecken. Schade comes in off the left and wins a header. Visser tries to run in behind Cavani. And in the end, he hooks it away. But it's Brentford that win the ball back. Good work this time by Bournemouth. Semenyo gets it in field. Christie goes back to Aarons. Aarons tidily plays it back to Cavani. Cavani back to the penalty area over to my left, where, in fairness, a nice little touch by Neto. Swings the ball out towards Justin Kluivert. Kluivert's done well to shrug off Hickey once, but he's still midway inside his own half. Kluivert thought he should have got something. Solanke now wins it back. It's a foot race. Solanke outside Pinnock. He's wide of the goal. Checks 6 yards from the dead ball line. Stands the ball up deep. And in the end, Ben Mee chests it back. He just has enough legs to go back to the keeper, Mark Flecken, before Ryan Christie came charging in to try and get some bits and pieces off him. Is it Twitter? Is it X? I don't know. But what I can tell you is it's 1-0 to Brentford at the moment. Flecken plays it out on the far side to Hickey after he gets it from Pinnock. Back to Pinnock. Back to Flecken, goal away to my right for Brentford. Knocks it long. Mbuemo beaten in the air this time by Senesi. 8 yards inside the half of Brentford. Kluivert's battling away with Hickey. Hickey shows too much strength. Solanke shows even more strength. Played short this time to Christie. Christie back to Billing. Billing back to Christie. Christie edge of the box. Left foot shot low across the face of goal. Well, they are making Brentford have a little bit of perspiration. Bournemouth obviously will have, like most sides that know that they're not going to be challenging for the Premier League title, will be looking at games and sides in and around them in the prospective table in their own minds. And the Brentford game here will be one that they will have earmarked to get something out of, you feel. Pinnock lifts the ball forward to the halfway lines over the head of Mbuemo and Kerkia, and going across on the far side, Marcus Senesi will turn it all the way back to his own keeper Neto. In the goal away to my left Neto out to Senesi. Senesi, short pass in field, finds Lewis Cook. Cook drives now forward into the centre circle on the Bournemouth side, clips it out on this near side. Sharda had read the intentions. Cook wins it back to Billing. Billing tracked by Jensen on the halfway line, turns to face his own goal, which is away to his left hand side, and plays it back to Marcus Senesi inside the centre circle on the left hand side of the pitch. Give and go this time with Cook. Senesi lifts it, looking for Kluivert. It's a poor ball. Hickey chests it down. Kluivert will win it back. Kluivert into the box, low shot, blocked by the legs of Pinnock, back to Kluivert. Kluivert to the dead ball line, pulls it back. Mee clears this time inside the 6-yard box. And Hickey, the man that slipped inadvertently to allow Kluivert in, wins the ball back and comes away from Brentford. Hickey, clip ball forward, looking for the run of Mbeumo. Mbeumo, was he fouled though? I thought he was. Bobby Madley's closer than I was. Then again, he didn't see the goal. Long ball over the top. Solanke's in behind. Mee goes across. Solanke wants it on his right. Fires it low. 1-1. Well, it's route one. Solanke got the run over the top of Pinnock. Wide of Flecken on his right-hand side. Across come Ben Mee. He dragged it back from his left foot to his right and drilled it through the legs of Mee and past Flecken for 1-1. Bournemouth are level, and they really have caused Brentford some areas of perspiration when they've gone forward, but this was simple. Ben Mee, fractured back line, allowed Solanke to run in behind Pinnock, got into the box from his left to his right, through the legs, Flecken beaten on his short side. It's 1-1, but in fairness to Bournemouth, it's no more than they want, no more than they deserved in this first 31 minutes. What a great game and spectacle we are having here at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Nathan Collins, one of the big signings for Brentford. Dropping to the bench today for Ben Mee to come back into the side. One ball forward again by Brentford. Sharda tries to win it. Antoine Semenyo goes back to Billing. Billing's ball forward isn't the greatest, but he gets it back off a ricochet. Lewis Cook up to the feet of Kluivert. Kluivert tries to spin inside of Hickey, inside the centre circle on the Bournemouth side of the pitch. It's very fast, it's very frenetic now. Mbeumo down the left of Bournemouth's defence, checks midway inside the half into Yenel, back to Hickey, to Norgard, back to Hickey. Hickey back to the halfway line to Pinnock. Pinnock 6 yards inside his own half. Brentford defend the goal away to my right as I face the pitch. Plays it out to the top of the pitch as I face this camera angle here to Hickey. Hickey back to Pinnock. Pinnock short into Jensen. Jensen's got two for company. Good toe in by Billing. Ball forced to Solanke. Solanke drives forward. Little layoff now to Christie. Christie in the box. Comes out of the box. He's still beaten 2 or 3, but has too many in the end there. And Norgard and Jensen snuff out Ryan Christie's mazy little trickery run on the edge of the 18. Jensen now clips a long ball over the top, looking for the run of Visser. Senesi's header goes nowhere. Visser chests it down. Senesi gets a toe in. Mbeumo wins it back. Senesi then fouls. Oh, Bobby Madley. I think he could have let the first one go, but the second one definitely without. Free kick at Talksport Live at Selfie 86. Got a good tackle in on Visser, maybe a little bit of man on board, but then Mbeumo came in and Senesi thought, no, that's got to have to be a halted moment, and indeed he did. Free kick to Brentford, 1-1 here, 34th minute of the game. Brentford about to attack the goal away to my left. Neto in goal, stands over by his left post. This is away to my left. I'm telling you, this is about 5 to the hour. It's quite a long way out, and Mbeumo and Jensen, who are over every set piece, stand there. Jensen's already scored direct from one. The wall is on the edge of the 18, so you can deduce from that it's around about 28-30 yards out from goal. Jensen clips it into the box. There's a free header. Oh my word! Ethan Pinnock, you got a full forehead on it, and you placed it over the bar. Lovely clip ball in there. It's come in from Pinnock's right hand side. Full forehead. Well, he's gone 5 rows behind the goal and about 10 foot over the top of the crossbar. Ethan Pinnock, it's not a defensive header in the opposition area. Get your header on target. Won't want to see that tonight. 1-1, 35th minute of the game. Brentford 1, Bournemouth 1. Jensen free kick direct on 7 minutes. Madley didn't give it. Watch was defaulted. Ball behind the line. And then Dominic Solanke getting the equaliser on 30. Jensen breaks onto a loose ball midway inside the Bournemouth half, plays it up to the feet of Visser, whose first touch, wow, I think I could have controlled that. Johan falls through to Neto. Neto finds the fleet-footed Christie. Christie goes out far side, and the man that's left on his own there is played it back inside Bournemouth man. He sort of suddenly found himself where he shouldn't have been. They're playing it back on the halfway line. Manages to get back in his normal position. Bournemouth play it square. Philip Billing. Semenyo back to the halfway line to Zabani. Give and go this time with Semenyo. Semenyo back into his centre half. He turns and goes back to his own keeper. One ball forward this time by Neto. Billings beaten in the air by Schade. Norgard a long way forward. Give a go with Jensen. Back on this near side of Schade. Schade tries to get in. Terrific covering challenge by Max Aarons, who was out of position but won that really well. And now Bournemouth come forward with Ilya Kabani. Gives it away though, straight to the feet of Henry. Henry to Jensen. Jensen to Schade. Underlap from Henry. Can he stave it in? No, he can't. That goes out of play for a goal kick to Bournemouth. You can't take your eyes off it. Stick with it at Talksport Live at Selfie 86. There's a lot of head shaking down below me, but it's one apiece, that's for sure, here at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Neto in goal for Bournemouth, away to my left. Spots the ball up midway in between his two posts for this goal kick. Thumps it long. Ben Mee, big towering header forward. Senesi heads it back over the halfway line. Tries to be brought down this time by Solanke. Loose touch. Brentford pick up the loose ball just on the halfway line. Jensen loses out this time to Billing. Ball ricochets favourably for Henry. Henry finds Norgard. Norgard takes his time, plays it back to the lip of the centre circle on the Brentford side of the pitch, which is to the right of the halfway line. Pinnock finds Hickey. Hickey back to Pinnock. Pinnock backing off, and now we'll roll it back to Mark Flecken inside his own penalty area away to my right. Slanky closes him down, he chips it over his head to his left, where Ben Mee on the edge of his box will now amble with the ball somewhat. Square to Ethan Pinnock. Pinnock back to Mark Flecken. Flecken by his own penalty spot in the penalty area away to my right. Takes it to his right boot, knocks it up, chested down just inside the half of Bournemouth by Mbeumo under a lot of pressure. Hickey gets involved, but Brentford are going backwards again. And now Norgard and Pinnock exchange passes. Norgard won't get to that, and he now runs back towards the edge of his own 18-yard box away to my right-hand side. Norgard comes forward with it now. Plays it to where the right-back Hickey should be, and it's Ethan Pinnock back to Norgard. Into the fitting out, back to Norgard. At the moment, Brentford can't quite pick a way out, and the man that's come short to try and deal with it is Hickey, and he gets fouled by Kluivert just inside his own half, and the ball goes away for a free kick to Brentford. Brentford get it up to Visser along the ground. He tries to turn. He's got another chance to get onto it. Schade. Great challenge coming in by Ilya Kabani. Christie picks up the loose ball over the halfway line into Brentford territory, driving towards that goal away to my right. Plays it to Kluivert. Kluivert up level with the 18-yard box, down towards the dead ball line. Going to set it back out. No, spins away from Hickey, crosses it in. Pinnock with the header away. Casual play by Janel to Norgard. And Jensen, all inside their own 18-yard box. Hickey clips it out with the outside of his boot. And Jensen will just take time to do a quick pirouette before launching the ball from right to left, looking for Rico Henry. Henry to Ben Mee, 4 yards outside his own penalty area, into the feet of Norgard, who turns it back to Mark Flecken in the goal away to my right. Brentford look very comfortable on the football, but they are being forced to play football very, very high up the pitch, inside their own sort of final third. Henry now picks up the ball, goes inside Semenyo. Tracked back by Billing, plays out near side to Yanel, back to Henry. Henry clips a ball across the face of the 18-yard box, headed away this time by Senesi. Christie gets the ball up, comes out, Hickey picks it up, Hickey 30 yards out, low shot, deflection straight into the arms. Great glance, I should say, of Neto. Well, it's all action football here. It's almost 5-a-side, 11-a-side in a way. You attack, we attack. Nice ball this time by Christie. Finds on the halfway line. Semenyo plays it out now to Kerkiev. Kerkiev checks it back. A little drag back on the edge of the Brentford box. Plays it back to Antoine Semenyo. Sets it back again. And now Marcos Senesi. Crossfield ball looking for Philip Billing. Billing near side. Brentford left-hand side. Plays it into the feet of Christie, back to Billing. Bournemouth playing keep ball now. Gabani, Senesi. Senesi played again. Senesi with plenty of time here. Plays it back to Cook. Christie. And now on this near side, Gabani clips one over the top. Won't beat the head on the edge of his own box of Ben Mee. Semenyo chests it down. Norgard totes it away. Good work this time by Kabani. Cross comes in. It's not a bad ball in as well. Lewis Cook is finding himself in between the two centre-halves from Bournemouth. Put a long crossfield ball in, and this time it was too long and goes away for a goal kick. Seeing a little replay of a deflected shot from Hickey a while back. And normally deflections don't favour the keeper, but this one really did favour Neto. 41st minute of the first half. Brentford 1, Bournemouth 1. Lively game here at the G-Tech Brentford Community Stadium. Aaron's the right back, tracked by Visser, has to turn 12 yards inside his own half. Brentford attack that goal away to my left. Not long again. Hickey has to turn it away from Kluivert, and then feigns to go away from goal. Plays it back to Flecken. Flecken first time ball right foot out to his left to Ben Mee. Mee 18 yards shy of the halfway line, on the floor into the feet of Visser, who comes short. It's his first touch again, a little bit loose. Forces a challenge from Solanke, but plays it back to Pinnock. Pinnock up to Yanel. Yanel from the halfway line clips it all the way back, lofted to his goalkeeper away to my right, which is Flecken. Flecken chests it down, plays it to his right to Pinnock. Pinnock out to Hickey. Hickey tied against the touchline up to the halfway line to Mbeumo. Good work by Kerkiev. Although Kerkiev is a judge to have fouled him. Mbeumo and Milos Kerkiev certainly having themselves a little contest on the far side, with neither one really, I would say, winning. Brentford take the free kick. Norgard goes all the way back to Mark Flecken in the goal, all the way to my right hand side. Short pass forward to Norgard. Norgard back to Flecken by the side of his penalty spot, who plays it out to the right, and he finds Ethan Pinnock. Pinnock down the line to Hickey, back to Pinnock. Pinnock down the side of his penalty area. Short ball into his penalty area where Flecken right foot smites it long into the half. Kerkiev heads it back over the halfway line by Bournemouth. Good work by Billing. Gets away from Norgard, but doesn't get away from Jensen. Ball breaks to Norgard. Norgard clips it out to the left of the Bournemouth defence, and Mbeumo stops it down by the dead ball line, faced by Kerkiev. Tries to clip it in, hits the chest there. Screams of a penalty by the Brentford faithful. Bournemouth though with Ryan Christie holds the ball up well, gets it back to Justin Kluivert midway inside his own half. He goes back to the edge of his own penalty area where Milos Kerkiev put a 40-yard ball forward looking for the run. Slanky. Pinnock covers it off, puts the ball out of play. Throw to Bournemouth. Nice to have you along, Tim. Tim Wareham, 1962. Is that your date of birth? You're out on a push bike. I was born in 1962. My knees won't even bend. And he's in southern Minnesota. Nice to have you along. Be careful. Don't get carried away with the chat. But it's lovely to have you along, sir. Ball on the far side. Still 1-1 here. Milos Kerkiev gets dumped on his steady air by Johan Visser, just inside the half of Brentford. And people say get on your bike nowadays to get fit. And I'm sure, Tim, that you've got a normal bike. But over here, everybody's getting motorised push bikes, you know. And it sort of defeats the object for keeping fit, doesn't it? I don't know. Pass me the chocolate. On the near side, it is Marcus Senesi who plays the ball forward to the halfway line. Bournemouth, Billing clips it over the top. It's a nice run on the far side. Chris has got in behind, plays it back to the penalty spot inside the Brentford penalty area. And Jensen with the most untidy ball back. Sees his keeper head it away. Oh, how close was that to a goal? Mark Flecken punched it straight onto the head of Antoine Semenyo, who headed it back, and Flecken fell to the floor and saved it with his legs inside his 6-yard box. He saved from his own mistake. Brentford getting ragged. Bournemouth, and I just started to believe here, although I say that just as Christie goes to clip the ball forward and slips in doing so. Presents it back with Brentford. Sade tries to get away from Billing. Bobby Madley's right there. Sade thought he was fouled. No chance. Cook comes forward with the ball for Bournemouth up to the halfway line. Too many B's in this game. Christie back to Kabani. Senesi into the centre circle on the Bournemouth side of the pitch. Bournemouth defend the goal away to my left. Back to Kabani. Kabani puts the ball over the head of Henry, or tries to. Headed down by Henry to me. He takes a touch and plays it on this near side. We've got 3 additional minutes to play here. And Brentford will be looking to get back into the locker room, as they call it in America, and change rooms over here, for Thomas Frank to spread some words of wisdom, I feel, whilst Andoni Adeola will be saying more of the same. But I have to think it's slightly defeatist when it gets into the penalty area, because more of the same can mean you're doing well, you get a bit complacent. But I think that Bournemouth have got to keep their work rate up and continue to harass and harangue Brentford, who have drawn 2 out of their 3 games, both of those at home, to Spurs and of course to Crystal Palace, and they're drawing here as well. Visser, was he caught on the halfway line? No. Ball breaks to Cook. Cook, lovely little clip ball into Christie, who brings it down. Plays it back to the halfway line, to the right back. Aarons down the line to Christie. Perpetual motion. Back he goes inside and finds Ilya Kabani. Kabani picks out Lewis Cook. 6 yards inside the Brentford half. Brentford defend the goal away to my right. We're into time added on at the end of the first half. Kabani out to Aarons. Aarons 12 yards shy of the 18-yard box. Plays it to Semenyo. Semenyo level with the 18-yard box of Brentford. He comes inside on his left foot. Plays it back. And a loose touch this time by Ilya Kabani. Gets it though to the centre spot where Marcus Senesi pirouettes away from Sade and plays it out to Milos Karkiev. Down the line to Kluivert. Kluivert tries to run in behind, and it's offside. Hickey had got the wrong side. It was a foul otherwise, but the flag saved Hickey's embarrassment. Goals on 7 minutes. A free kick given away by Neto wide of his penalty area. Just outside his penalty area, Neto, the Bournemouth keeper, away to my left-hand side. It's about 6 yards from the dead ball line. And Waymo and Jensen stand over the ball. Jensen curled it straight in towards the net, catching the keeper Neto out of position, who clawed it back. Bobby Madley said no goal. He's watched him say it was over the line. 5 to 10 seconds later, he realised his watch was broken because somebody said it was a goal, and we got the goal given. But then Bournemouth settled down and realised you get nothing in this game if you don't try and get a goal. They got one back on 31 minutes. A straight ball over the top. Saw Ben Mee play Solanke onside in behind Pinnock. He ran into the box. Flecken in the goal away to my right. Looked out to his right. Solanke was then covered by Mee. He cut back from his left foot to his right foot and then drilled it through the legs of Ben Mee and past Flecken on his short side for 1 apiece. It's been entertaining. It's been enthralling. It's been a little bit open for these 2 managers, you fancy, but it is early season. As we move towards the end of the 3 minutes, a minimum of to be added on here at the G-Tech Community Stadium. It is Brentford 1, Bournemouth 1 as we approach the break. And that is the whistle for it. It's over to Russell Hargreaves and Kevin Watson for our match of the day at Chelsea. But here, join me for the second half, please do, because it's 1-1 and it's interesting. Hello. You're listening to Talksport's coverage of Brentford versus Bournemouth here from the G-Tech Brentford Community Stadium. I'm your host, Andrew Self, and this is Premier League Live in the sunshine in West London. Brentford scoring early on. They've been sent out already by Thomas Frank, and they will be followed out by the black and yellow half shirts of Bournemouth very, very shortly. And the second half soon to open up. We're just looking if there's any changes. But what I can tell you is that first goal into the back of the Bournemouth net. A free kick from a shallow angle by Matthias Jensen, catching out Neto, who actually gave the free kick away. Clawed out from behind the line. Referee said no goal. Linesman said no goal. Watch said no goal. 5 seconds later, maybe 8 seconds later, Bobby Madley pointed to the spot because he realised his watch was not playing ball. Excuse the pun. Let's go through the sides for you then. Mark Flecken in goal. Rico Henry, Ethan Pinnock, Benme and Aaron Hickey are back for Brentford. In the middle of the park they have Vitaly Nelch, Christian Norgard, and of course Matthias Jensen, with Kevin Schade, Johan Visser and Brian Mbeumo at the top of the park. Goal for Jensen on 7 minutes. In reply, Brentford wearing a yellow, Brentford playing in red and white striped shirts, black shorts and black socks. Yellow and black half shirts for Bournemouth, their change kit, black shorts and yellow socks. They line up with Neto in goal, and a back four from right to left of Aarons, Zabanye, Senesi and Karkier. Philip Billing and Lewis Cook holding with Semenyo, Christie and Kluivert. Dominic Solanke, the goal scorer, at the top of the park. No changes at the start of the second half. Referee today, Bobby Madley, assisted by Mark Perry and Stephen Meredith. Fourth official and board man, Rob Jones, and monitor man and VAR is Paul Cherney. And it's good to have everybody with us as we head for the second half. As I face the pitch here, I see the pitch very much as you'll see on your television screens later on, or on any sort of televisual footage from this ground. Brentford defend the goal away to my left, and they attack the goal away to my right. Clipped up to the halfway line. Yenelt comes off the halfway line, back into his own half, finds Christian Norgard. Norgard to Jensen. Jensen launches a long ball forward. Oh, and a loose touch there. Played back, Cavani's lost it. Henry plays it back, real chance for Mbeumo, and he's put it wide. I cannot believe Brian Mbeumo has put it wide at the goal. I don't like cliches, I don't like bringing out lines here, but that's crossed in by Rico Henry after a real loose touch by Cabane, and it comes back to Mbeumo, who, well, quite frankly, doesn't even hit the target. I don't want to say my grandmother would have scored that, but my grandmother would at least have forced a save at a Neto. Brian Mbeumo. Wow, have a look at yourself, son. What a miss. What a mistake by Bournemouth. It's still 1-1. Norgard heads the ball forward. This time it's pulled down by Lewis Cook, and he's lost out to Norgard. Cook wins it back. He's under pressure from two here, and Mbeumo wins it back. He drives towards the Bournemouth penalty area, across the face of goal, looking for Visser. Visser forced wide on the far side. This is the action all down to the goal away to my right. Visser turns, tries to take on Aarons, cuts inside, lays it to the edge of the box. Norgard back out on the far side to Schade. Schade trying to get away from Aarons, 12 yards from the dead ball line, cuts back from his left to his right, closses in, free header by Yenelt, bounces inside the 6-yard box, caught safely by Neto. Should have done better with that one as well. Brentford on the front foot at the start of the second half. They've had two good chances. Mbeumo's, I'm still shaking my head at, and Yenelt really didn't do enough with the ball. Not enough on the ball for him to really get any power on it, and Neto, good positioning in the centre of the goal for Bournemouth. Still 1-1 here. I thought the first half was lively. Semenyo tries to get it down, gets it to Solanke, back to Semenyo, back this time to Cook. Cook back out to Solanke. Solanke coming in off the Bournemouth right hand side, checks, lays it outside. Aarons plays it back, the underlapping run by Solanke, pulls it back, blocked by me, picked up, shot goes in, saved into the side net in there. Christie with a shot on the angle, and Flecken had to put it into his own side netting, thankfully outside of the post. It's the first Bournemouth corner of the game. Flecken had to deal with it, and this corner will be at the goal away to my left hand side, and Flecken will look out to his left. Furthest corner away from me here, 49 on the clock. Flecken, he's taken over from Raya, and it's going to be Cook to take, to curl it away from goal. Goes short instead to the edge of the box, back to Cook, it's played to him. Cook lifts it in, deep one as well, right across the face of goal. Bit of pushing and a shoving inside there. Hickey heads it away, second corner for Bournemouth. Down in a heap inside the penalty areas. Kevin Sharder looks like he's had his Tootsie foot for me and you. Stood on inside a little skirmish inside the penalty area. I think it was Rico Henry maybe that just got a little touch on him, or maybe Dominic Solanke just stood on his toes. Corner though, opposite side. Goal away to my left. Flecken looks out to his right down by my left shoulder as I look at his commentary position. Curled into the front post, cleared easily. Back, that was Billing that took it. Poor corner, gets it back, lifts it in again. Across the edge of the box, laid back, loose touch, got to be one here. And in the end, it is thumped forward by Max Aarons from virtually the halfway line, and the keeper for Brentford, Mark Flecken, catches it out to the right-hand side of his penalty area. In the shade, the stand just bringing the shade out to the edge of the 18-yard box, and the goal away to my left. Lovely, sunshine everywhere else. Flecken drops the ball, entices Solanke in and plays it to Pinnock. Pinnock out to Hickey. Hickey going back towards his own penalty area, plays it to Ethan Pinnock, and Pinnock inside his own 18-yard box by about 3 or 4 yards, just over on the right-hand side. Plays it back to Aaron Hickey. Hickey turns this time up to the halfway line. Jensen first time left to Mbuemo. Great challenge comes in by Kekia. Turned forward this time by Billing. Billing finds Christie. Christie plays it out. And the run by Max Aarons being tracked by Sharder. In the end, Sharder gets a toe-in free kick given away. Sharder. Classic there. Attacking left-hand side midfielder. Max Aarons could get a card here for waving a card at Bobby Madley. It's the first card of the game for Max Aarons, who was fouled. And he got up and done that classic Diego Simeone card. Or no, it wasn't Simeone. Simeone was on the big kick, didn't he, from David Beckham. My word, that would have taken everybody down like an elephant. But ultimately, I think it was Batistuta that came over and wafted the card around. Anyway, cut a long story short, Aaron's fouled, wins a free kick, gets a yellow card for wafting the yellow card. There we go. Lovely to have you along, Timothy Wareham. The dry humour, thank you. I'm just going to have a quick word here. We've got this free kick. I'll come back to your text. I love the banter. It's going to be Lewis Cook to whip this in for Bournemouth into the Brentford penalty area. I just caught the end of that. Let's talk about this. I mustn't laugh. It's going to be a corner. It's going to be a free kick whipped in. Flecken looks out to his left-hand side. Free kick here, 52nd minute. Cook delivers, low flat. It's off the feet of Semenya, right across the face of the Brentford penalty area. Billing back this time. Kerkiev puts it back in. What was that effort? Back to goal, but in the end it's going to come away with Johan Visser. Visser to Mbuemo. Mbuemo's going to have to do a lot of work on his own here. He's being trapped by Christie. Christie's got an armful of shirt, and Mbuemo's done exceptionally well. There's bodies everywhere. And in the end, Bobby Madley says that Mbuemo was fouled by Christie. Let me tell you, thank you, Timothy. I actually I like to have people on. Hovlad, living in Minnesota, nice, and moving to Arizona. And yes, you ride a proper bicycle. None of that electrical assist for you. Good man. I need one to assist me in fairness. I need a mobility scooter, if I'm honest with you. I'm that decrepit now. But loving the way it's going. That's what I like. Love to have you along, Timothy. Keep listening. Anyway, Sharder goes forward, tries to clip it into the Bournemouth box. It's a deep cross, comes right over on this near side. First person to react is Hickey. Oh, that's a silly push in the back there by Clivert. Not given. Looks silly, but the referee waves play on. Kerkiev puts it forward for Bournemouth. Ben Mees across from left to right. And under pressure from Solanke will turn it back to Mark Flecken in the goal away to my right-hand side. Just loving that... loving the banter. Keep it coming. Antoine Semenyo driving forward now. Bournemouth towards the Brentford penalty area. Cutting squares. Lost control of the football. Looks horrid actually for a Premier League footballer to do that. Sharder, who tracks him, plays it up to Mbuemo. Mbuemo back to Hickey. Hickey back to the penalty spot of his own penalty area in the shade. And Flecken plays it to Ben Mee. Knocks it up towards the halfway line. This time Ilya Kabani gets caught by Johan Visser. A little coming together. Visser thought he was fouled. He hasn't been. Now Vitelli now wins it back from Jensen. Ball goes out the far side to Henry. But he's going everywhere here. Marcus Senesi says, I haven't fouled anybody for at least 30 seconds, so I'll kick you up in the air. And Henry gets a free kick. Bobby Madley's got his work cut out here, that's for sure. Jensen stands over the free kick. He's about 4 yards in from the left touchline. The Brentford attack the goal away to my right. Mbuemo's with him. This is going to be lifted up towards the edge of the Bournemouth penalty area away to my left-hand side. My line outside the penalty area being held by Bournemouth. Jensen drills it towards the penalty spot. Mee heads it back across the face of goal. Shada came in, he took two of his players out to clear it. Aarons puts it away for a corner to Brentford. Shada's quite imposing when he comes in full flight. Very good in the air. Brentford get this corner here, 55 on the clock. Goal away to my right. Neto looks out to the furthest corner over his right shoulder. Jensen stands over the ball. This is going to go in under the crossbar. Curls it in. Mee's there. Flicked header at the front post. Actually came from Christian Norgard, but it's high over the top of the Bournemouth crossbar. It's one apiece still. That's LP86 at Talksport Live. Get your Premier League fix here. Don't forget to hear all about the fallout from the Premier League weekend. Check out the Talksport Daily podcast. There's a new episode available first thing every morning. That's the Talksport Daily. It's available on the Talksport app or wherever you get your podcasts from. One more forward. Slanky tries to take it forward. Mee tidies up. Christie puts it back down the right side of Bournemouth's attacking portion of the pitch. Solanke. Christie back to the lip of the centre circle on the Bournemouth side. Senesi, give and go with Billy. Back to Senesi, dead centre of the Brentford half. Now to the feet of Christie. Back it goes to Zabani. Zabani to Max Aarons. Aarons faced by Shada. Back to Ilya Zabani, and now back to Marcus Zabani. Played forward to Billing. Billing back to goal of the Brentford goal. Plays it near side to Milos Kharkiv. Back to Senesi, up into the body, coming off the front penalty area by Cliver. Bournemouth retaining possession really well at the moment. Marcus Senesi tries to play it forward, hits the body. Semenyo goes in behind Ben Mee. Oh, he turns, gets a shot off. Was it blocked by Henry? Well, all I can tell you, it looks as though Bobby Madley has given it the way of the defending side here, but Semenyo got in behind Ben Mee. I think that is a corner myself, but in the speed it takes, in the flick of an eye, it has been given as a goal kick. Thumped long by Brentford. Visser out jumped back there by Kabani. Turned forward by Yanel. Yanel gets the ball to Shada, who tries to dance away from Max Aarons. Aarons puts the challenge in. Talksport Live at Selfie 86 if you are with us for the ride. Good run by Norgard here. Excellent towing by Ilya Kabani. Play forward now to Solanke. Solanke 12 yards inside his own half. Plays it out to the far touchline. Antoine Semenyo. Back to Cook. Cook to Billing. Billing up over the halfway line just by the centre spot. Edging his way left hand side. Goes into the feet. Little give and go this time. Christie back to Kharkiv, who's getting involved. We're going to square to Billing. Billing 36 yards from the goal of Brentford. Goes square again. Marcus Senesi. Back to Billing. Billing round the corner to Kharkiv. Back to Billing. Billing 22 yards out. Fires a shot. Oh, it wasn't far away. Philip Billing. 22 yards out on his right side. Curled it towards Flecken's top left-hand corner, but just over the top of the crossbar. Well worked there by Bournemouth. Andoni Iraola's side certainly, given time on the football, enjoy knocking it around. Brentford knock it along with Ben Mee, halfway line. Aarons gets away through Shada. Shada gets his body across, wins it back. Rolls the ball back to Rico Henry. Henry round the corner, turning out. Lovely flick up to Visser. Back to the run of Henry. Henry's on the charge. He's in behind. He's got the two centre halves. Square to Visser. Visser on the edge of the box. Drags it to his left foot. Fires a shot. It hits the base of Neto's left post. Wow. Lovely break out there from Brentford. Rico Henry with the overlap. Pulled it back to Visser. Visser took it on his right, back to his left. fired it and hit the base of Neto's left post, and it went away. He was beaten all ends up by Johan Visser's shot. Right, it's lively. Brentford and Bournemouth. Goal kick taken by Bournemouth. Halfway line, Kluivert clips it forward. Nice ball into Christie. Brings it down 6 yards inside the half of Brentford, but doesn't have a lot of options, then runs into trouble. Tries to play it near side. Kluivert tries to get there. Bobby Madley says there's a foul on Hickey, and indeed there was a foul. Going to be a change. And the first change of the game is going to go the way of Bournemouth by the looks of things. And it is Antoine Semenyo that's going off to be replaced by David Brooks. Lovely to see David back on the field of play. A little bit of a change, very lively customer. Brentford with the ball, play it up to the halfway line. Henry takes a touch. Brentford attack the goal away to my right, tries to slip it inside of Aarons, but it's blocked by Brooks. His first touch away for a throw to Brentford. Thrown in by Henry to Norgard, back to Henry. Henry's going to have to go back into his own half to Ben Mee. Only about 3 or 4 yards he is, and out by that far touchline. But he swings it back to the cerise pink-clad Mark Flecken. Outside his penalty area, rolls it forward to Norgard. Norgard back to his left to Ben Mee. Mee, a good 15-yard shot at halfway line, puts a long ball aerially down the channel. Chasing in there is Visser, going across there to put it away is Ilya Zabani. Brentford coming on a wee bit stronger at the start of this second half. A big miss by Mbuemo. Free header for Janelt. And Visser creaming the base of the post with Neto beaten, but it still remains 1-1 here at Talksport Live at Selfie 86. It's going to be a long throw by Jensen into the box of Bournemouth away to my right. Here's a decent throw as well. It's helped on by Pennock and headed away this time by Dominic Solanke. Bournemouth hack it up towards the halfway line. Rico Henry brings it down, turns it in field. Lip of the centre circle on the Bournemouth side to the right back Hickey. Could be caught here, but he manages to get it back. He's under a lot of pressure here from Cook. And Mark Flecken's a long way from home to put the ball out on this near side. Good header away on this near side by Milos Keke. It is a real enjoyable game, to say the least. Nice to have it. How long it is still off. Never seen two players turn blindly into each other. Right, you've just seen it then. I didn't describe it, so I'll just give it the big oof. Which is why I don't do boxing commentary, because I'd be going, oh, left, ooh, that hurt. That's why I don't do it, but I should do it, because I'd be very good at it. Anyway, I love ice hockey as well. At the moment, this game, I don't know why I went there. I don't know where I went at all, but please forgive me. There's going to be more changes coming very shortly, but at the moment, it is just the one change in the game, and it's still 1-1 between these two sides, as it was at the break. 7th minute free kick turned in by Jensen, direct from a free kick. Neto called out, and a dodgy watch wasn't given the call for Mr. Madley, and then he gave the goal. One ball forward, and Mbuemo gives it everything he's got. And Senesi puts it at a play down towards his own dead ball line. Jensen comes forward to take this throw. My side, if you're interested, drawing 0-0 at home. I want to see exactly, there's been a red card. Jensen about to launch it into the penalty area of Bournemouth, away to my right hand side. Throws it high towards the front post. Big header away this time by Billing. Edge of the box, Henry gets it down, fires a shot back in, but always going away. Lovely to have Mark Moore 94 giving the commentators a nice bit of work, which is nice to know. Thomas Frank having a few words with the board man, Rob Jones. Thomas Frank is right into the serious chewing gum chamming brigade of managers. He really does go to work on a bit of gum inside his mouth. The yellow card now has been issued to Neto for delaying the restart of the game, according to Bobby Madley. These cheap yellow cards are stacking up in football. But as you can well imagine, he does that once more. He's going to be heading towards the dugout. And if I'm safe in saying, I think Mr. Madley would love to do such a thing as well. Watch United, my side, down to 10. Oh dear. Ball goes forward. Solanke trying to spin away from Pinnock, who gets across and gets a toe in. Sorry, I've just let you know who my side are. That's why I can do the Premier League with a certain degree of tongue-in-cheek, because too highly paid, in my opinion. But you're only worth what you can get on the open market. And if somebody wanted to offer me a lot of money, I'd be gone as well. Mercenary. Down the line this time from Kerkiev to Solanke, who can't keep it in play. Brentford throw midway inside their own half. Jensen wants to take it quickly, but he's allowed Aaron Hickey, the right back, to take it. Bobby Madley says go back a few paces. Midway inside the Brentford half. Brentford defend the goal away to my right. And away to my left. It is the Bournemouth goal which is being defended. Hickey down the line. Headed forward this time by Kluivert. Very little in the game, in fairness, for me, Justin Kluivert, but I'm not the man sorting any change there. Henry up to the halfway line on the far side of the pitch to Schade. Schade 12 yards inside the Brentford half, goes back towards his own penalty area to me. Me stops it and goes back to Mark Flecken, and Flecken comes out onto the rolling ball and thumps it as far as he can over the halfway line. Schade gets nowhere near it, and he's very good in the air, and it goes out of play midway inside the Bournemouth half for Max Aarons to take the throw. Waiting to see what other changes are going on. Kobani thumps it over the head of Ben Mee, who's running back towards his own goal, away to my left-hand side. Cushions it back to Flecken. Flecken back to Ben Mee. Ben Mee, left foot up towards the halfway line, headed away this time by Kobani. And David Brooks gets it down. Spreads the ball infield and back diagonally inside the centre circle on the Bournemouth half to Marcus Senesi. Senesi goes to Ilya Kobani. This time it's out to Aarons. Aarons inside. Picks out Christie. Christie tries to spin away. He's beaten to the ball by Norgard, and Henry picks up the loose bits and passes the ball to Janelt. Janelt to Schade. Schade midway inside the Bournemouth half. Schade can get it down the line. Janelt's made a great run, but he was just blocked off by Aarons, so it goes back to Norgard and then to me on the halfway line. Then me stands there. No, come on, get on it. Square pass to his right to Jensen, who's being tracked all the time by Billing. Back to me. Me this time will extra 40-yard ball over the head of Aarons. He's battling with Schade. Schade heads it over the top of Aarons. Schade goes down. Aarons comes away the ball. Bobby Madley says no foul. Aarons comes in field. He's done well in the middle of the part of his own half. A little short pass back now to Marcus Senesi. Senesi 18 yards shy of the halfway line. Left foot ball down the left channel. Coming in off this side. Good header away by Hickey under pressure from Kluivert. Foul given by Bobby Madley. Well, there's been some goals around that. It is now Burnley 1, Spurs 4. In the games that have been going on this afternoon, Man City 3, Fulham 1. Shocking decision just before the break there. Nathan Ake planted the header down, but your guess is as good as mine. Chelsea 0, Nottingham Forest 1, and Burnley 1, Tottenham 4. Ange Postecoglou, his side. I love saying that name. Well, Kluivert and Jensen have a little coming together on the floor, and then they're separated and they walk away. Yellow card this time to Jensen. And yellow card, I don't know who that one was shown. It looked like somebody on the bench that's got a yellow card. Spurs go 5-1 up now at Turf Moor. Well, there we have it. It is turning into goals elsewhere, but at the moment it's still levels your devils here and has Bournemouth's started to peter out in the second half. Andoni Iraola is about to make a change. Can't see who it is. Ball goes long towards the Brentford penalty area, headed away by Pinnock, away to my left-hand side. Kirkiev gets the ball down. He's running back towards his own goal to make some space. He's got time now to turn because Jensen's dropped off. Kirkiev goes all the way back to the light green-clad goalkeeper Neto, the Brazilian. He thumps it long towards the halfway line. Easy for Ben Mee, lip of the centre circle on the Brentford side. Underneath it, Norgard gets to tow him. Bournemouth pick up the loose ball but give it away. Got to be a bit more frugal with possession of the football. Marcus Senesi lifts it down the channel, and that's a decent ball. It's found a decent player in Kluivert, but he's waited for it. Pinnock's had to come across, gets the ball away. Kluivert should have done more with that, in my opinion, but hey ho. And then the ball down the line by Kirkiev, looking for the run of Billing. It's too long, too strong, and straight out of play. Love it. Changes afoot. And I don't mean he changes afoot, but I just mean there are changes afoot. And Kluivert comes off for Bournemouth. Just trying to look down and see who it is. I think it could well be. It's also going to be King Lewis Potter. That is going to come on. Come on. Italian Alt is going off, that's for sure. Frank Onyeka. And the other person that's coming off is Johan Visser. And that's Keane Lewis Potter, who will come on for him. Just need to know who the change was there for Kluivert. Have a look down. The screen is not really behaving itself at the moment, so I'll come to that one as soon as I can. Ball is back with the Bournemouth goalkeeper. He takes a touch before smiting it up towards the halfway line. Solanke on the spin. Picked up by Frank Onyeka, and I can tell you the man that has come on this near side is Marcus Tavernier. I think I'm looking at it. Tavernier is the man that's on for Bournemouth. Near side though, Ethan Pinnock gets the ball from Flecken. Just jogging forward. Drills a long ball down the channel on this near side. That's a right. Mbeumo faced by Kirkiev. Tries to go for the underlapping run of Onyeka. Onyeka fall over, but he loses out this time. Plays it back. Chance at the back post now. And all of a sudden, Rico Henry with a dancing feet, held up by Brooks on the far side. Rico Henry trying to get in behind Brooks. Brooks goes over the floor, but it's going to be a corner to Brentford. Brentford just trying to pick it up there. Frank Onyeka went into the corner, and it looked as though it was going to run away for a goal kick, but he managed to straighten it with the leg out that played it back to Mbeumo, who flashed the ball right across the face of the Bournemouth goal. But we do have a Bournemouth corner right now. 73rd minute. Brentford on the attack. Goal away to my right. Jensen went to take it, elects not to. And it's going to be Mbeumo to curl it away from goal now. Big presence inside the Bournemouth penalty area. Mbeumo delivers. Free header! What a save that is by Neto. Coming in again, real chance. Hasn't been cleared by Bournemouth. Hickey clips it out, in goes across again. Mee's beaten, edge of the box, Onyeka on the spin, low tying all the way through into the grateful hands by Neto. Free header that was there. Headed in by Norgard. So in the second half, that's Mbuemo, Norgard, Vissa, all going really close in the second half, but not making it there. And it still remains very much in the balance here at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Selfie 86, Talksport Live. Flecken, goal away to my left. Bowls it out over arm, cut out by Billing. Hickey's got to get this down. Billing's all over him like a rash at the moment. Does well to get the ball back to Pinnock. Pinnock square to me to Jensen. Jensen hooks it round a corner. Finds Hickey on this near side, just shy of the halfway line. Manages to bustle his way through Hickey. Over the halfway line he goes. He's got support. Driving forward. Hickey wants to shoot, elects not to. Goes out to the left. Picks up King Lewis Potter. The overlap's there for Jensen. Jensen, can he pull the ball back? Does so. Ball is not struck cleanly there by Frank Onyeka, and Bournemouth managed to smuggle the ball away on this near side. Brentford come again though. Mee up into the feet of Onyeka to Jensen, back to Onyeka. Onyeka spins, plays it near side. Mbuemo faced up, slips it in behind. Real charge right across the face. Oh, I can't believe it. What has happened there? He bangs the floor. King Lewis Potter. It's a shot from Frank Onyeka that should have gone goal-bound, but thumped into the inner thigh of King Lewis Potter, who managed to play it off the inner thigh on the volley, off the post past Neto, and off the post and away. That's the best I can do for you. Ricochet City. I can't quite believe what I've just seen, but I saw it. There we go. Corner to Brentford, goal away to my right hand side. Launched in, I should say. Near side, brought down again. A little bit of a misunderstanding there. A real chance for a break here, Marcus Tavernier. But my word, that man is rapid. Oh, this ball back, this time by Henry. He was rapid. Tavernier going to go square. It's just 2-1. It is 2-1. David Brooks scores the goal for Bournemouth on 77 minutes. They pounce on a mistake by Rico Henry. Brentford. This has hit the post. Mbuemo should have scored. Norgard's had a free header. They have been the better side in the second half. Rico Henry shows a clean pair of heels from Tavernier as he breaks into the half of Brentford. And then he puts a really poor back pass back to Flecken, which is then taken on by Tavernier, who has the presence of mind to roll it across the face of the 18-yard box into the feet of Brooks, who takes a touch to sit Flecken down on his right boot and then smashes it in with his left boot. Oh, what a game. You can't take your eyes off it. Henry was brilliant, and then he was poor. And then Brooks, well, Flecken's off. I don't know where Flecken's off. He's dived away to his left. He's passed the goal and away. Lovely touch by Brooks. And it just thumps it in the back of an empty net. Oh, this is football, isn't it? If you don't score when you're on top, if you don't take your chances, you could get stung. And Brentford have been well and truly stung at home. Norgard plays the ball back to Pinnock. And Thomas Frank has got to try and find something within. His jaw is doing 99 chams to the minute on his chewing gum at the moment. Good work though by Marcus Tavernier. He led the break on the counter-attack. Henry showed blistering pace to get across, but then, while still running diagonally across the face of his goal, tried to roll it back to Flecken, left it short. Tavernier ran onto it, just drew Flecken towards him, played it across the face of Flecken to David Brooks. Flecken then trying to get away from his right back to his left-hand side. Brooks took a touch and cut it back the same way. Flecken disappeared and he smashed it into the back of the net. Kharkiv with a throw now for Bournemouth over the halfway line. Tim, if you're on your bike still, I hope you haven't wobbled off. Bournemouth show the value of staying in games. The second half, Brentford have had at least 3 or 4 glorious chances to get something out of this game, and they now find themselves trailing by 2-1 in the 79th minute. Thomas Frank's got the M&Ms out on the magnetic board. He's trying to work out what he wants from his players. It looks to me as though he's looking at a 4-2-4, the way he's got that, or else he's connected 4 on there. He now goes over to the next man that is going to make his way on. Nathan Collins, the centre half, is one of those that is about to come on, and Christophe Ayer cleared by Pinnock inside his own penalty area. This time Lewis Cook loses out. King Lewis Potter back to Jensen. Jensen clips it forward. They're run through the centre. Has seen the tall man, Johan Visser. Who is still on the field of play, I should say. It was Kevin Schade that went off. So, 2 centre halves when you're 2-1 down, and there's also going to be a third player coming on. Alakibi. Brentford, I think, are going to throw the kitchen sink at their host. Flecken with the ball, goal away to my left-hand side. Walks out to the edge of his D. Plays it to Pinnock, the right-sided centre half. Out to Hickey under pressure. Bournemouth with something to hang their hat on, so to speak now. They've got the lead, and they've only got under 10 regulation minutes. Great work by Billing. Loose ball. Oh, Brentford get themselves in a real pickle. Comes out. Cook feeds it to Billing. Billing tries to turn it on. Shot comes in by Brook. Wow, that was close. He came in from Flecken's left, and it just went wide on the curl from 18 yards on the diagonal across Flecken, wide of his right post. That really would have thrown the proverbial cat amongst the pigeons. Jensen off. Mead off. Collins on. Hickey off. Well, what a game. And Olakibi is on as well. 82 minutes. Thomas Frank has changed things around. Christopher Ayer playing right back. Plays it back this time to Collins. Collins scoops it up, but it's easy headed away by Cook. Headed forward once again by Onyeka. Billing wins it back. Played near side. Chance for Karkiev into the feet of Christie, who tries to get Karkiev in. Cleared inside his own penalty area for Brentford by Collins. Headed forward by Aarons. Will Bournemouth get a little bit hot-headed and look for a third to try and seal things, or will they play into the trap and allow Brentford to hit them on the counter-attack? Billing far side, tries to twist away from one. Throw on the far side, Thomas Frank, whose home record 2 draws in 2. Could be 2 draws and a defeat. Good work by King Lewis Potter though. Kabani is with him, plays it to Mbeumo, edge of the box. Over the lap comes this time by Ayer. Christopher Ayer back to Mbeumo, 12 yards from the dead ball line of Bournemouth. Clips it in, headed away this time by Kabani. Put back in with Norgard to Mbeumo. Round the edge of the Bournemouth penalty area. Mbeumo, a couple of lollipops. Can he get the ball in? He does. First time shot by Christopher Ayer on the volley as it came in from his left onto his right peg. Easily saved by Neto. Well, it is turning into one of those afternoons. Unbelievably so. Brentford's home form at the start of this season is giving a little cause for concern. 2 draws and a defeat. If this stays the way it is, you may just wonder if the rock and the foundations of their Premier League stays are maybe just having a little bit of a wobble. I still think there's plenty of sides that have got a lot more worries than Brentford, but either way, it is Brentford 1, Bournemouth 2. Massive result this will be for Andoni Iraola's side. Neto Waist-high volley out of his hands on the edge of the penalty area out of my right. It's a long ball. Nathan Collins ducks out. Flecken comes and catches after one bounce inside his 18-yard box. Bowls it out to the left side of centre half is Ethan Pinnock. Pinnock now 12 yards shy of the halfway line. Slips it in. Good run from midfield this time. Excellent work. Gets it out to Henry. Henry drives forward. Can he find the ball into the box? Fires a shot in. Deflection goes away for a corner. Could be a card for a challenge. Back there. It was Henry that was decked and Kibi who drove forward. I apologise. Well, it's a set piece Bournemouth have to deal with. It is the 85th minute. Goal away to my right. Obwemo to pull it away from goal. It's low and in. Cleared away at the front post by Senesi. Halfway line. Rolled back by Henry. Back to Flecken. Flecken is just shy of the halfway line for Brentford. Looks from right to left. Pinnock heads it into the box. Keane Lewis-Potter plays it out. Obwemo to deliver. Just stands it up. Christopher Ayer helped cross the face of goal. Visser falls over after coming together with Philip Billing. Brentford won a penalty. Looked a little bit soft to me. And on the far side is now a chance breaking forward. And Marcus Tavernier. But Brentford living dangerously trying to find this equaliser. Alakibi. Midway inside the Bournemouth half. Going square though. Tries to find Ayer. Ayer takes a touch and Buemo picks up the pieces near side. 30 yards from the goal of Bournemouth, away to my right. Inside he goes, cuts in field on his left boot, curls it in, headed away by Senesi, put back by Norgard, chested down by Keane Lewis-Potter. Alakibi back to Keane Lewis-Potter. Edge of the box. Got Aarons dancing inside the box, lays it out to Olakibi. Olakibi tries to go past Aarons. Aarons gets a toe in, goes away. And it looks as though it's gone away this time for a goal kick. Bournemouth fans will actually be wondering just how they find themselves in this position. As just get a replay of the Johan Visser touch from Philip Billing, and I have to say Billing puts his hands up, but is there enough? Is there enough? I don't think there is. Brentford 1, Bournemouth 2. What a game this has been. Christie goes off, and he is about to be replaced for Bournemouth. Chris Mepham comes on. Bournemouth could be parking the bus now, but there's 4 minutes to go. How long is going to be added on after this for time wasting? I reckon we're going to be up around about 6 or 7 minutes here. Neto knocks it long. Good header by Olakibi. Olakibi gets it down, comes inside, halfway line, turns, right football diagonally forward. Visser beaten to the ball by Senesi. Good bit of work by Cook, just tied his up, plays it out far side. Aarons smites the ball long. Solanke the only target with Pinnock. They battle away. Pinnock gets enough on it. Ayer turns it back to Collins. Collins back to Flecken. And away they come again. Ayer, Collins, Onyeka loses out on the halfway line to Billing. Long ball forward by Collins is a little bit poor at this time of the year. This time of the year, yeah, well, it's getting a bit chilly. And Thomas Frank, his jaw must really hurt. He must have the jaw muscles of goodness knows what. Don't forget, here we're all about to fall out from the weekend on the Premier League, you know. And I can tell you can check out the Talksport Daily podcast. New episode first thing every morning. That's Talksport Daily, available at Talksport on the app or wherever you get your podcasts from. Here it's 2-1 to Bournemouth. A massive victory this could be for Bournemouth. Halfway line, Cook gets the ball out to Max Aarons. Aarons plays it down the line, plays against the legs of Olakibi, and it's going to be a throw to Bournemouth, which they'll take their time over. Aarons will pick the ball up and walk forward to where Bobby Madley says it should go from. Thrown into the corner, Solanke working hard, Pinnock gets a foot in. And Bournemouth have worked that touchline on the far side of the pitch. They're right. Aarons gets the ball back from the ball boy. Feel there could be a yellow card for delaying a restart in a minute. Thrown into Solanke. Solanke and Pinnock battle away. Henry gets a toe in. Olakibi gets it back to Pinnock. Pinnock square inside his own 18-yard box to Collins. Collins out to Christopher Ayer. Christopher Ayer comes forward 12 yards shy of the halfway line. It's a right to left. Olakibi is his target. He'll get it down. Facing the touchline. Aarons behind him. Sets the ball back to Rico Henry. Henry infield to Norgard. Norgard, what will he do? He's looking to put it into the box. Big header away this time by Senesi. Stood tall in the middle of the defence. Him and Carbani. Brentford still coming though. Ayer. Mbuemo comes in off the touchline underneath the camera vantage point here. Plays it into the feet of Onyeka. Onyeka back to Mbuemo. Mbuemo cuts inside. Right on the corner of the penalty area. Back to Collins. Back to Mbuemo. Right foot cross in. Deep. Headed away on the far side. Max Aarons will pick it up. And Brooks will clear it finally away. Thumps it up towards the halfway line, but it's just picked up by Pinnock. Pinnock chests it down to Norgard. Norgard back to Pinnock. Midway inside the Bournemouth half. Back out to the Bournemouth left to Norgard. Norgard to Henry. Henry's going to come inside Brooks. Short pass to Onyeka. 6 additional minutes to be played now. Onyeka puts it in. Flicked header this time by Keane Lewis Potter, but not enough power on the cross. He has to do it all with his neck muscles, and it goes well wide of Neto's right post. 6 additional minutes to be played here at the G-Tech Community Stadium. Brentford 1, Bournemouth 2. And a mini crisis I would say, for Thomas Frank and his home form. He smacks his watch. I think it's got the same one that Bobby Madley was wearing for the opening goal. Anyway, thumped long. Good header on this time by Visser. Olakibi can't get there. Bournemouth just knock it long into the half. Solanke battles hard with Pinnock. He's done well, but as he turns inside, the ball's taken off his toes by Collins on the edge of the Brentford penalty area. Add Henry down the line to Olakibi. Olakibi back to Norgard. Norgard infield finds Onyeka. Onyeka spreads it out to the new right back, Christopher Ayer. He drives forward and plays it to Mbuemo, level with the 18-yard box of Bournemouth. Cuts inside on his left boot. Out goes Philip Billing to stop him. He's done really well. Feeds it out far side. Norgard to stand it up across the face of the goal of Bournemouth. Kakiev doesn't get there. Brentford piling on the pressure, and Mbuemo clips it in. Ayer tries to head it on, but it hits him on the shoulder and goes away for a goal kick. Well, they're trying, and but this will be a massive 3 points for Bournemouth. Let's not mistake that. I think for the first time in a long time, even this early, we're just into September, the foot of the table is a real snake pit. It really will be survival of the fittest, and 3 points when you least expect it is an absolute monumental thing here, certainly for a Bournemouth side that will waltz past by a Silky Spurs. Great spin by Mbuemo. Mbuemo 1-on-1 finishes. It's 2-2. The ball was played forward, and Mbuemo brought the ball down and span his man, and then found himself at 1-on-1 with the Bournemouth keeper, and he slotted it underneath the advancing Neto. And Milos Kerkiev was the man that got a little too tight, and Mbuemo read it beautifully. Just span him as he came in and got away from him, and as soon as it was him and Neto, there was only one outcome. Just span away from Kerkiev into the box, left foot underneath Neto. It's 2 apiece. Crisis averted for Thomas Frank. Still a worry though. And Doni Iriola's side will be hoping that they can now hang on to their point. One ball forward. This has got in behind of Mepham. Mepham holds him up though, down by the dead ball line. Support comes in the shape of Olakibi. Tries to get to the dead ball line. Toe goes in by Aarons. It's a last ditch corner for Brentford. Oh my word, the emotions absolutely flying. Corner away to my right. Neto looks out to his right. This is the 95th minute of a minimum of 96. Brentford equalising in the 93rd. Corner's about to be swung in. High hanging round the back is Pinnock. Headed back across the face of goal, this time by Collins. And Neto gathers safely as it comes in. And now volleys it long. The charge is on. Solanke. Oh yeah. And I'll tell you what, Solanke's fought a lone furrow up there, but Christopher Ayer's done well on the far side of the pitch to turn it back to Mark Flecken. Flecken to Norgard. Brentford believe there's a winner here. Norgard out near side to Christopher Ayer. Back to Collins. Back to Ayer. To Norgard. Norgard clips it out. Left hand side. Nathan Collins in field. Real chance here. King Lewis Potter didn't take it on the turn. Chased out of Bournemouth danger area by Senesi. Back to Norgard. Back to King Lewis Potter. Superb challenge coming in by Lewis Cook. Ball breaks to Christopher Ayer. And back to Norgard. Norgard tries to put it in. Blocked by the leg of Billing. Bounces into the half of Brentford. And Christopher Ayer has to turn it all the way back to Mark Flecken in the goal away to my left hand side. We're into the final of the 6 minutes. Ball goes forward near side. Minas Kerkev gets in before it gets through to Johan Visser. Throw to Brentford midway inside the half of Bournemouth. Onyeka to Collins. Collins down into the corner. Onyeka turns. Trying to get inside two Bournemouth men, and in the end the second of those, Marcus Tavernier, clips the ball away up towards the halfway line. Ayer wins it back. Real chance here now. Onyeka's in space, crosses it in across the face of goal. What a brilliant bit of defending by Bedford, and then hacked away by Bournemouth. Far side, clipped in again. Billings loose touch. Onyeka on the volley, up and over the bar from 12 yards. Well. Thomas Frank still thinks if we keep playing we'll score in a minute, but I think that we are very close to Bobby Madley blowing his whistle, and indeed that is the full-time whistle. The two managers go together, have a hug. Opening goal from Jensen. Dodgy watch there for Bobby Madley. It was across the line, most people thought. He had to go a good 8 to 10 seconds before giving the goal. Solanke then got the equaliser. Well worked, one-on-one with Ben Mee. Twisted from his left to his right, fired it past him and Flecken for 1-1 at the break. Second half, Brentford. Visser hit the post and Buemo missed a glorious chance. Norgard had a header. Yenalt had a header. And they didn't put those chances away and made to pay the price after superb defensive work by Rico Henry. Slipping the ball back to his keeper, got it wrong. In went Tavernier, who pulled it across to Brooks. Brooks with one touch on his right, back to his left, smited it into an empty goal from 6 yards to make it 2-1 to Bournemouth. And that's how it stayed right until the 93rd minute. When a straight ball up to the feet of Mbuemo, he saw Milos Kerkev coming in, he span him, and then he was free to run in on Neto's goal. He took it towards the goal, slipped it under the advancing keeper for 2-2, and that's how it's finished here. 3 home draws on the spin now for Brentford. Thomas Frank may have a worry about that, but from me, Andrew Self, hope you enjoyed listening at Talksport Live at Selfie 86. It's back to Russell Hargreaves.